Aloha, welcome back to Aina Bear Farm. I'm going to do a video today just looking at a few things that are fruiting out here in the food forest. And so we're starting here with one of our banana racks. This is a decent size one. I would guess maybe 50 pounds. It's definitely heavy enough to start weighing the banana tree down. So we put the bamboo stakes, a little bit of twine to hold those together just to keep it leaning. Otherwise, this whole thing comes crashing down and smashes the bananas to bits. So right now we've got 4 different racks. If I actually move around this way, we can see another one. Not quite as big, much higher up. Both apple bananas, just I think slightly different variety to account for the size difference there. But yeah, 4 different racks going off right now. We've got tons of other banana trees planted throughout the food forest, so hopefully we'll get into a rhythm soon where we always have bananas coming out. We try to time it so that we do have new racks flowering constantly, keep us in good supply. And then if we have a banana keiki or a pup that comes up, it's going to fruit at a time that's not optimal, we'll often just cut that down and feed that to the clump like we did with this one recently. Here's our Linea tree, which you may have seen in previous videos. We do have some flowers coming up on that. Not sure if any of them are going to produce fruit this year. We shall see, but this is, like most of our plants here so far, are grown on bought seedlings that are either grafted or just had been given a decent head start, anywhere from 2 to 3 years old already. Put them in the ground about 1 to 1.5 years ago. And so a lot of the total age on these is anywhere between 4 and 5 years old, but they've only been in the ground for 1.5 years. And some of the plants that we've planted from seed are close to the same size, but have not started fruiting yet. As you go a little further down, this is kind of the same thing where this is a grafted seedling we bought of a Zemon pink dwarf jackfruit. And just the other day, noticed the first little fruits popping up on that. We'll probably prune those off because I think it's a little early for a tree of this size, and especially with the wind damage that this took. If we grow any heavy fruits on that heavy bearing side, I don't think that's going to be good for the tree, so we may prune. We've got black cane sugar that's ready to press. Just need to find someone with a press. Don't really feel like buying one. I don't think we're going to be pressing enough sugar cane to warrant owning one at this point, but it is delicious to have on hand from time to time. And it's kind of fun to grow this stuff. Pretty easy to grow. We have some papayas growing in our little papaya grove back here. It's a little bit protected from the wind. At least it was. But then these papayas decided to go and grow 10 and 12 feet tall. And I have some in the front that are half this size and height with more fruit on them, but this is okay too. This is our only decent sized coffee tree for now. It is a Katura variety, which is very common here in the Hamakua area. And we're getting our first crop of coffee cherries on that. Take a little while to ripen up, and at this point I will probably just use those to grow more coffee seedlings. Not quite ready to make coffee yet, but it's a good looking plant. excited to grow more. Here we have some guava flowers. And then if we look around, it's hard to see because they're green, but you can see guava fruit hiding in here. This was planted before we moved in. I believe is a Ruby X variety. It grows big softball size guavas with a pink flesh. They're very tasty. Over here we've got a lychee tree that's an older tree, maybe 15 feet tall, covered in flowers right now. We did not get much of a harvest last year. Lychee are a little fickle in that they don't provide big harvests every year. There are people who have different methods of tricking them into fruiting more consistently, but kind of just studying this one for now. See how it goes. Last year we got either 2 or 3 fruits off of the entire tree. So hopefully this year it'll be quite a bit more. You can probably see all the different flower stalks on there, and I think because it's getting more regular rain this year, I'm a little more hopeful that we'll get more fruit. I do love some lychee. Avocado is definitely something that is always plentiful here. This tree is an older tree, as you can see, and it pretty much holds avocado almost year round. You can probably see them hanging all throughout there. We don't eat a crazy amount of them, 1 or 2 a week, but we enjoy them pretty much year round just from this tree alone. Here in our front garden, you can see quite a few pineapples. Mixture of white and yellow. We should have plenty of pineapple this summer ripening up. Alright, so I thought we'd finish right here in front of this lilycoy vine. It's not technically in the food forest, it's part of our kitchen garden, but we do have it trellised in a way that's sort of food foresty, the vine layer. You can see this is a giant fennel here. We encourage things even in our kitchen garden to go a little wild. And of course the giant pigeon pea that you may have seen before. But I want to point this out because it is fruiting. It's the topic of our video, what's fruiting in the food forest. The cool thing about this is it is a first year transplant, so it was grown off of a previous vine. This came from Bill Merrill, the Green Garden guy. I tried one of these lilycoy at his farm a couple months back, and it was 10 times better than the second best lilycoy I've ever had. And everybody always agrees, like when they have this one, it's the best. So we're really excited about that. I also have some just standard yellow lilycoy. It's been in the ground for almost 2 full years and still isn't fruiting. This guy just threw it in the ground, blew up, starts making fruit. So that's exciting. Anyways, thank you for joining us to check out what's fruiting in the food forest. Stay tuned because I am a teacher. Summer break has begun. So that means a lot of projects are going to get underway. A lot of things that are halfway finished. You're going to see a lot of progress on. So I'll be trying to make quite a few videos through the summer to let you guys see what we're up to here. Any comments in the comment section if there's anything specific you'd like to see or any questions, and we will see you back here soon at Ina Bear Farm. Aloha.